Hello and welcome to another Maximum Power Up video. I'm Paul and I've not done one of these for quite a while due to that just being busy. We've obviously been putting a new episode out, the bargain hunting episode with me, Phil and Jake, which we had a really good response to because we've been saying for a while we wanted to cover some of the last gen stuff, as said on the show. We feel like at the moment, that generation, you can get some really good price games, not just at CEX, also out and about at car boots, even in game. They always have like a 3 for 2 offer. So we wanted to make more people aware really that just by having a quick, mooch around some of these shops or, getting down to car boots, now's the time to really be buying for that generation, be it PS3, 360, the Wii. So yeah, some great feedback there, and we'll be doing another episode like that sometime down the line, maybe covering something like the Wii, because I know it's not a console that I've really talked about too much on there, so that's something to come. Basically, what I'm going to be talking about today is just a bit of a pickups video. Not done one for a while. I think the last one was probably just after Play Blackpool, which was a month ago now. So just like a few things that I picked up, a few things on the car boot this morning as well, which is something I've not done as much as I wanted to this year, but it's always great to get out there when it's a nice sunny morning and see what's available. So what I'm going to do first of all is just talk about a couple of the older things that I picked up. We have got from the local game shop in Wigan. I picked this up, it was boxed. It's WCW NWO Revenge on the N64. Now, it's a little bit, creased and things like that, and it doesn't have a manual, but I had this cart only. It's actually better nick than what I thought. I had this cart only. So when I saw this, it was boxed for £5. I just thought, well, it's not got the manual, but I can upgrade my cart only to a boxed version. That's what I'd want to do with, certain titles anyway, because I look at my N64 version collection, and most of that is in relatively good condition, that game as well isn't that bad. It's not as good as WWF No Mercy, but it's definitely recommended, and for a £5, well worth it. The other thing that I picked up, it was a bit back, because I traded some things in for it. That's one good thing about having a local game shop in town where you're working there as well, was Rocket Knight Adventures. Now, this is an absolutely fantastic game, dead colourful, great fantastic game. Go on saying it again, by Konami. Now, I know Sparkster came out on the Super Nintendo and the Megadrive as well, but when I first played this as a kid, I played it around at a mate's because obviously it wasn't out on Super Nintendo, and absolutely fantastic game, really is. Now this was £30, so it's something which I suppose if you wait around you might be able to get a little bit cheaper, but it was in really good condition and everything like that. It's not got the hanger up here, but the case closes properly, no chips or anything like that. So it's one of those games where, although I don't really collect too many things for the Mega Drive, it's one that I definitely did want to pick up. It also had Shinobi 3 there. That's on my wish list at some point. The other thing that I did pick up from it, I think this was over £6, maybe £7. It wasn't too much anyway. Was this Micro Machines Tournament 1996. Now, this is something I've never actually owned in my collection. So, with Micro Machines, really fun games, and again, be able to play 4-player, thanks to the little J-Cart as well. Obviously, Codemasters back then coming up with some really nice ideas. Now, with this, you've got, I'll just zoom in a little bit, a construction kit to plan your own tracks and things like that. So I was like, okay, I didn't even notice this when I bought it. It comes with the manual and everything like that, but it also comes with some invitation cards, which are quite cool. Just tell you what, I'll do it that way so you can actually see some invitation cards, so you can obviously get people involved playing some of your tracks. Also, comes with a sheet of password cards as well, and also comes with some certificates as well. Not loads left, but there's a few there, and I think that's a really nice little touch as well, because you're thinking now this game's what, 20, 21, maybe 22 years old, and the fact that it's still got these things with it is really, really surprising, and for that price as well, I'm really, really happy with that. So yeah, I do actually need to actually get my Mega Drive on and play a few of these games. Now, just on to what I picked up today. First of all, I'll start with some PS1 stuff. PS1 stuff is, it's not the type of thing you really see as much anymore out in the wild. Every time I find it, I tend to find quite a big, bulk lot of it really. Like I remember a couple of years ago in the local charity shop, they were doing buy one get one free for a quid, so it was like 50p a game, which was an absolute bargain. I got some really decent stuff back then. So what I did today was I got these. I paid £4 for these. Sorry, £5 for these, so £1.25 each. I got this in really good condition as well, so that's what I swayed it. True Pinball, done by Ocean. Very early game as well, going off the serial number there on the spine. It's something I've never actually played. Pinball games, on a console, I think they're more miss than hit really. I used to play Pinball Fantasies and Pinball Dreams a lot on the Amiga, and I had one of them on the Super Nintendo, but I did get rid of it quite quickly. I think it didn't have as many boards and stuff like that, but I don't know what that's like. I thought I'd give it a try. It's really good condition. And then also got Cool Borders 2. All these are complete with instructions as well, so that's great to see. And the hinges are in good condition as well. So Cool Borders was a fantastic series. Again, early game, for the PlayStation, and obviously a series that isn't going anymore. Then we've also got Ridge Racer Type 4. Now, I'm not mad on my racing games, but I know that this has got its fans, definitely. And it has also got Ridge Racer High Spec Demo. So I don't really know what this is just yet, but it's got the demo in there as well. If anyone wants to shine any light on it, feel free. Yeah, I'm just trying to think how it's... Just trying to see what year it actually came out, this. 1998. I just didn't want to start, picking up the usual stuff. So when you do see PS1 games and, the cases alone are a nightmare, and they start cracking. So I think for £1.20 odd, it was worth it just to upgrade some cases for games that might be a bit more dear to my heart, like my Street Fighter Alpha 2. That's absolutely battered, because I've still got that from like when I first had my PlayStation 1. And then for the last game I got was something called Rapid Racer. Now, I've never ever played this. So speedboat racing, I don't know if anyone can shed any light on it, but I just thought, again, worth picking up, definitely. And then next up we have got a PS2 game. So this is one called Forgotten Realms Demon Stone. Again, a little sun faded, but I suppose it, maybe knocking about, on a stall for a while and things like that. That's one thing about the car boots. Sometimes people don't look after the stuff that much. But this was £1. Now, I've never played this. I think it's more like a sort of action-adventure RPG type thing. I remember it coming out when I worked at Game Station. I was tempted to get it then, so it's taken me 13 years to actually get in my collection. So I'm not expecting, like, best game ever, but for a quid, worth a dabble, definitely. And I think I was saying this to my mate Lee, who I went with today. I feel like with my PS2 collection now, well, apart from RPGs, I probably picked up most of the games I'm bothered about, because a lot of the things now is just usual stuff like, more Grand Theft Auto and stuff. Now, next up, we have got one recommended, again, by Lee. I've seen it, but I've never played it. It's called Monster Madness Grave Danger. Now, this was £2, hence giving away by the sticker. What he told me, and this sold me on it quite quickly, was it's a bit like Zombies Ain't My Neighbours. So, slash, shoot and drive through a horde of invading monsters as you battle to save suburbia. 5 unique campaign environments with over 20 gigantic levels, or over 10 different monster enemy types, and deadly traps and environmental hazards, over 100 purchasable items and weapons. It's got online co-op, it's got mini games, and it's got drivable vehicles. So don't really know too much about it, but honestly I've looked at it, it was still in a bag, so I don't know if it was just, you know, bought from like HMV when I went there. We ended up putting the manual and disc in a bag and sealing that up, so that's how that was when I opened the case. The other bargain that I got, I'm well happy with this, was Max Payne 3 for £1, which if you've heard the latest episode, now it's a bit of a spoiler, Max Payne 3 is absolutely fantastic, and it's a game that I do talk about quite a lot. Well recommended, and for £1 you can't go wrong. You know, you get some good playtime from that with a really good story as well. And finally today I got Super Mario Galaxy. Now Super Mario Galaxy is a game that I used to have on my Wii years ago. I struggled with it, you know, with the level design of how the game obviously plays. So I have got Mario Galaxy 2 somewhere, hang on, next to me. Yeah, so I managed to get Mario Galaxy 2 a while back, but I think it was like about £2. So to like pay £6 and get Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I'm very happy with that. There's a few scratches on the disc, but nothing too bad. Obviously it got manual and everything like that. Oh, still got the points in as well, unless they've been used. Nope. I know you don't do the Club Nintendo anymore, but nice to have that in there still. So yeah, Mario Galaxy is something that I do need to actually have a proper go at again. And as I said, I think, especially with the Mario games, they will start creeping up, you know, because even things that game now, they only have like a few original Wii games, because now you're thinking it's 3 generations old, you know, you've had the Wii U since then, and obviously you've got the Switch now, and, you know, the Switch has been out for, you know, a good few months, so yeah, stuff like that you're just not going to really see in the wild as much, so, you know, it's hard to say no to pass that up. You originally wanted a £5, and I was a bit reluctant to pay a £5 for it. He just goes, "Go on, you can have it for £4." I was like, yeah, can't say no to that. Anyway, just moving on from the actual games. Bit of magazine talk, only very quick bit, because it's not a magazine that I'm too familiar with, but it's one that I did add to my collection. Now, as said, I'm a massive fan of getting the first and last issues of magazines where possible, so I got this one, quite a short-lived magazine. I think it's about 1920 issues, by Paragon Publishing, and it is Mega Power. So this is issue 1 from August 1993, priced at £1.95. Now later on, this magazine did start doing cover CDs, because it just covered the Mega Drive and the Mega CD. So I think there was a CD version and non-CD version, because obviously if you don't want to be paying a £5 or whatever it was back then if you didn't have the Mega CD. Anyway, just want to have a quick look at just a few little bits. Now, when I've been looking through this, there's a few things where I was like going, that seems really odd. And one of the things I noticed about this magazine is, at this time, there were so many adverts to, you know, get you to send your games in, part exchange them, you know, we'll give you like swap shops, as to put it. And then I saw this one, which I can't even believe anyone would do this. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit there. Fed up with top prices? All games £9.95. For example, subject to availability, obviously, Star Fox £9.95, Street Fighter 2 £9.95. What else have we got? Sega Alien 3 a tenner, Mega Drive console £80, Super Nintendo £40. So you phone in this number, all goods are second hand. Fair enough, you know, at that price. But what I don't understand is, A, where they're getting the games from, because back then these were really, you know, big titles. I know, like you had Street Fighter 2 Turbo probably back then, but even when you used to go to like your import shops, you wouldn't be paying that little price, no chance, you know, because like Alien 3 hadn't been out for that long, just to charge like a tenner for it. So I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me. It just says, if you're under 18, you must ask permission from your parents. Maximum cost of a call is £1.50 cheap rate, £2.50 at all other times. They were based over in Cheshire, so not too far from like where I am. But yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, it just seems too good to be true. Anyway, I'm having a quick look through this Mega Power. So it has got Dave Perry working on it, obviously known for Games World and Games Master. So it's looking at a little bit of news. I'm just going to flip through this as quick as possible. Got some news there. The Seaside Reality, talking about the first, what is it, Sega World down in Bournemouth, that one was. They said it didn't open. Well, it didn't look like it was going to open in time, so I don't know what happened to that. Oh, a bit of an advert there for Rocket Knight, after just mentioned that before. Just whizzing through, we've got a feature on the Mega Drive 2, the Mega CD 2, which were coming soon. Sleeker models, although the Mega Drive 2 did lose, you know, the headphone jack and a couple other things as well, but I can't recall what they are because I'm not that technical. Then we've got an advert here for Sega Access magazine, which was just basically, you know, cheats, players' guides and maps. Not a great magazine, it didn't last very long, bi-monthly. We have got an interview with basically the guy from Probe. We've got Fergus McGovern, who sadly passed away, I think it was last year. So he's talking about Mortal Kombat there, and Alien 3, and basically working at Probe and how the company had grown so quickly. And then we've also got a 2-page feature on Core Design, obviously very well known for the Amiga, and people obviously have played Chuck Rock, Bub and Sticks. Yeah, just some really good titles there, and obviously went on to do Tomb Raider. And then we've got a preview here on Lost Vikings, the cover game. Lost Vikings, absolutely fantastic title, one I've always recommended because it was quite different, you know, back then. At least that's how I saw it. So here we go. We have got another advert here for swapping your games. So I don't know if anyone actually did this, you know. As I flip through this, you'll see exactly what I mean. There must be about 6 or 7 adverts for it. So again, get your game swapped. You know, we'll do you a deal. Your first choice of game, your second choice of game, and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. Although I have seen it, you know, like once or twice in the magazines back then, I never ever would have risked it really. I only ever got burnt once with mail order. I didn't use it very often. I just found it easier to you know, go to the local import shop, whatever. We had a couple down in Lee, well, when I lived over Bolton way. So yeah, you know, I was quite lucky for game shops then. And yeah, another one there, Mega Swap, another of it there for swapping your games, and a few things listed down there. What is it we're trying to sell there? It is a UK Mega CD, £270 and £10 next day delivery. Doesn't say if it comes with any other games there. Final Fight, 45 quid though on Mega CD. Great title there, and not a bad price. Just going to whiz on a little bit. This is one game that I've always wanted to play, General Chaos. Now, it's something that I keep looking at every time I do, you know, see it, you know, second hand, because I know it doesn't cost a stupid amount of money, but I don't know, it sort of does tempt me, even though I can probably pick it up for about a tenner, if that, you know, but I don't know. I just feel like there's so many other things that I'd rather put that tenner towards. Right, okay, another advert here. Games World Exchange, with some guy who looks like, well, Guy from Final Fight. So this one, swap your Sega or Nintendo game for only $3.99 and £1.50 postage and packaging. Just send $3.99 and £1.50 postage and packaging with one of your existing games to the address, and we'll rush your new game back to you within 7 days. So it says it needs to have the handbook or manual and case. I don't even get this. You can only trade your game for another in the same score zone and which is compatible with the same system as your own, where you cannot accept responsibility for any damaged items we received. We regret we're unable to swap the following games. There we go. Here's your crap. Sonic 1, Altered Beast, World Cup Italia 90, The Ninja on Master System, WrestleMania, Super R-Type, Tetris, all columns. So those, I just won't even take them off you. But the thing is, it's saying like you've got 4 choices of these games, but it doesn't tell you like what you can, what rage you're in. So it's just a bit daft, really. Really is. Anyway, sorry, moving on. I'm just puzzled by it. I really am. Let's have a quick look. Just whiz through this. Great game. Now, Jungle Strike on the Mega Drive. I've always preferred the Strike games on the Mega Drive. I have got all on a Super Nintendo, but I just think they play so much better, and they're giving that 9 out of 10, so I'm not surprised by that. And also a big review here for decent score for a Mega CD game. It's Batman Returns. Game I've not actually played on the Mega CD. I don't know if any of you guys have, but we gave that 7 out of 10. So, not too bad. I'm giving that a bit more of a breakdown down there. Telling you about it, like what country it was from, gameplay, graphics, sound, addiction, how many players it is and stuff like that. So quite a nice layout to the reviews in this magazine. I'll definitely give it that. And what else have we got? I'm just going to whiz on a little bit. Ultimate Soccer. Oh god, this doesn't look good. Not great graphics, just zooming in a little bit there. A game I've never actually played. What else have we got there? And then we've also got, god, I really don't like this. I just can never get into it at all. It's basically Echo the Dolphin, but it's the Mega CD version. So just to move along a little bit quicker, so I'm not going here all day. You're giving it 9 out of 10, so obviously it's going to look absolutely stunning and sound amazing on the Mega CD. Because yeah, even on Mega Drive, it looks good. It's just a game that's just never ever interested me at all. And then we've basically got the Power Challenge, where Dave Perry, the games animal, takes on people from the games companies there. So just playing through a few of that company's titles. So you're looking at Bulls versus Blazers, Bill Walsh, college football, and an ice hockey game. I bet it's another advert for another. Yeah, again, the Games Exchange. I don't recall seeing all these adverts in Super Nintendo magazines, like in Super Play and stuff like that. It's just, maybe it just didn't happen. I don't know. What else have we got here? Turbo Games, Cartridge Exchange Specialist down basically in Essex. What else? Just last couple of pages. I mean, it's not that bad a magazine, I don't think it's going to be one I'm going to collect, but it's good to get this first issue or something, definitely. And then we've basically got an interview with the guy from Datel, who did the action replay. Obviously quite notorious back then for companies not being that happy with it, hacking the games and it can break your machine and all that sort of stuff. The same lines that we had trundled out, for anyone who imported games and stuff. And then that is almost it. Very last thing, we've got these 2 pages of reader offers with the form filled in by the previous magazine owner. I don't know if that's the guy who sold it to me though, but well, that's his old address. And looking at this, he wanted J-League Pro Soccer for 40 quid, Muhammad Ali for 44 quid, and yeah, I don't know, he was going to send a cheque, but obviously never cut it out, so maybe he changed his mind. Anyway, that is more or less it. Oh, last thing, does anyone remember these gaming t-shirts back then? I did have a Street Fighter 2 one a bit similar to this. Then you got a couple of Jurassic Park and Lemmings there, knocking them out there. Is it a tenner each? 11 quid for the Street Fighter 2 one, and 11 quid for the Lemmings one. Lemmings one's alright, So yeah, that's everything. A few pickups and everything like that. Now, finally, we are, in talks to start, looking at improving the YouTube channel a little bit, so it is on our to-do list, hopefully soon, because it's just basically a timing issue. So much work goes into the show, we said it before, so that is something that that we are looking into you know, adding a bit of shine to, really. As well as that, we're obviously working on the next episode as well. 52 episodes now, you know, really, really happy with that. And we're all starting to build up. It's great seeing the, you know, listenership grow and everything. So again, massive thank you to all you guys. Again, if you can and use iTunes, leave us an iTunes review. Everyone does help, and we will see you all very soon. Cheers, guys. See you later.